The 22-year-old woman from Long Island was found strangled in Wyoming's Grand Teton National Park last September, and her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, was found dead by suicide several weeks later. Gabby Petito, 22, and fiancé Brian Laundrie, 23, posted a YouTube video last August 19, documenting the beginning of their first cross-country journey together. They wrote in the clip's caption that they both decided we wanted to downsize our lives and travel full-time. So they handcrafted their own 2012 Ford Transit Connect to embark on their travels. A couple of days before they post their video, a man called the police to report that he saw the couple arguing outside a food cooperative called Moonflower in Moab, Utah. He told the dispatcher that he saw a man hitting a female. According to audio of the call obtained by People, "We drove by and the gentleman was slapping the girl," the caller told the dispatcher. "He was slapping her?" the dispatcher asked. "Yes, and then we stopped. They ran up and down the sidewalk. He proceeded to hit her, hopped in the car, and they drove off," the caller added. After the 911 call, the couple was pulled over by Moab police on August 12, 2021, and their encounter with officers was captured on body camera footage that has been publicly released. In the footage, Petito admits to striking Laundrie, while Laundrie admits to pushing his fiancée. In the end, the incident was classified as disorderly conduct. Nicole Schmidt, Petito's mother, received a text from her daughter's phone on August 27, 2021, according to an unsealed search warrant filed by police. The message read, "Can you help Stan? I just keep getting his voicemails and missed calls." Schmidt told investigators that Stan is Petito's grandfather, but that she doesn't usually refer to him by his first name. The warrant, which was obtained by People, stated the mother was concerned that something was wrong with her daughter. Police wrote, "This was the last communication that Petito had with her family. After August 27, her phone wasn't operational, and she did not post anything on social media," authorities said in the search warrant. Petito was officially reported missing on September 11, 2021. People confirmed with the Suffolk County Police Department at the time that Petito had last verbally contacted her relatives on August 25, when she was near Grand Teton National Park in Jackson, Wyoming. Petito's father, Joseph Petito, told Newsday that his daughter's disappearance felt like drowning with your hands tied behind you. He added, "You can't describe it. There's nothing you can do. You can't control anything." Following the missing persons report, Northport police spokesman Josh Taylor told reporters during a press conference held by authorities in Florida on September 15, 2021, that Laundrie had quietly gone back home 10 days before Petito's parents reported her missing. As the story unfolded, many took an interest in the disappearance of Petito and tried to help find the 22-year-old New York woman. Both the Petitos and the Laundrie spoke out publicly about wanting Petito to be found safe. A letter addressed to Laundrie's parents was read aloud in front of the news media on September 16, 2021, which detailed Petito's parents begging for help to find their daughter. "We believe you know the location where Brian left Gabby," the letter read. "We beg you to tell us. As a parent, how could you let us go through this pain and not help us? As a parent, how could you put Gabby's younger brothers and sisters through this?" The next day, Cassie Laundrie, Brian's sister, told Good Morning America that Petito is like a sister to her and that obviously, "Me and my family want Gabby to be found safe." She added, "My children love her, and all I want is for her to come home safe and found, and for this to be just a big misunderstanding." By the time both families had spoken out, Laundrie had been named a person of interest in Petito's disappearance. According to authorities in Florida, where Laundrie and Petito had been living before their trip, Northport police spokesman Josh Taylor told reporters on September 15, 2021, that officers went to Laundrie's parents' home to talk to them, but were told to contact their lawyer. Shortly after the announcement, Gabby's father, Joseph Petito, told People that he's been a person of interest in my opinion since this thing started, adding, "I've got questions, but the only one that matters is, where'd you leave Gabby? Where did you last see her? By September 17, 2021, Laundrie had also gone missing, and Northport police said in a statement that they were searching for him and Petito, along with the FBI. It is important to note that while Brian is a person of interest in Gabby's disappearance, he is not wanted for a crime. Police said in a statement, "We are not currently working on a crime investigation. We are now working on a multiple missing person investigation. We've been trying all week to talk to his family, to talk to Brian, and now they've called us here on Friday. We've gone to the home, and they're saying now they have not seen their son," Northport Police spokesperson Josh Taylor told CNN. "So we're working through those details as we speak." It is another twist in this story. The FBI confirmed on September 21, 2021, that Petito's body was found near Wyoming's Grand Teton National Park. According to a tweet by the FBI's Denver field office, Petito died by homicide. The FBI said at the time that Laundrie was a person of interest in the case. Special Agent in charge Michael Schneider said in the FBI's tweet confirming Gabby's death, "Anyone with information concerning Mr. Laundrie's role in this matter or his current whereabouts should contact the FBI." While the search went on to find Laundrie, the U.S. District Court of Wyoming issued a federal warrant for his arrest on September 22, 2021. According to an announcement from FBI Denver, the 23-year-old was indicted by a federal grand jury for use of unauthorized access devices following Petito's death. Charging documents allege that Laundrie used an unauthorized debit card with the intent to defraud. While this warrant allows law enforcement to arrest Mr. Laundrie, the FBI and our partners across the country continue to investigate the facts and circumstances of Ms. Petito's homicide. FBI Denver wrote in a statement, "We urge individuals with knowledge of Mr. Laundrie's role in this matter or his current whereabouts to contact the FBI." Laundrie's parents say they were not clued in on their son's whereabouts, the family's attorney told People on September 27, 2021. They are concerned about Brian and hope the FBI can locate him. Attorney Steve Bertolino said in a statement, adding, "The speculation by the public and some in the press that the parents assisted Brian in leaving the family home or in avoiding arrest on a warrant that was issued after Brian had already been missing for several days is just wrong." A funeral for Petito was held on September 26, 2021, in Holbrook, New York. Joe Petito thanked everyone for their support in the wake of his daughter's disappearance, then asked them not to be sad, but rather inspired by Petito and all she embodied. "So when you leave here today, be inspired by what she brought to the table," he said, "because the entire planet knows this woman's name now, and she's inspired a lot of women and a lot of men to do what's best for them first. Put yourself first and do it now while you have the time. I couldn't be more proud as a father." On October 5, 2021, Laundrie's sister, Cassie, returned to GMA to urge her brother to turn himself in. "Just come forward and get us out of this horrible mess," Cassie said, addressing Laundrie on the morning news program. She said that she wasn't aware of Laundrie's whereabouts, and if she was, she would have told authorities. "I wish you had come to me first the day with the van, because I don't think we'd be here," Cassie told ABC News. "I'm angry and I don't know what to think." She added, "I hope my brother is alive, because I want answers just as much as everybody else." The day before her GMA interview, Cassie spent nearly 20 minutes answering questions from protesters outside her home, telling them that she doesn't know if her brother killed Petito, she doesn't know if he's still alive, and she doesn't understand why her parents are staying silent. "I'm in the boat where I'm getting ignored by my family and thrown under the bus by my family's attorney," she said in footage of the conversation obtained by News Nation. Despite her frustration with how her family has handled the investigation, Cassie made note that she never saw her brother being violent or abusive toward Petito or anyone else. Petito died from strangulation, a medical examiner announced in a press conference on October 12, 2021. The full autopsy results arrived more than 3 weeks after her body was found in Grand Teton National Park. Teton County Coroner Brent Blue told members of the media that under Wyoming state law, he was unable to divulge many details of the autopsy and declined to share whether Petito was manually strangled or if an item was used. However, he confirmed that her body was outside for 3 to 4 weeks. He also added that Petito was not pregnant at the time that she died. After it was revealed that Petito had been strangled to death, the young woman's friends shared their thoughts with People. "It makes me sick to my stomach," Alyssa Chen said. "I wonder what was going through her mind, knowing she was probably about to die. She must have been so scared." Chen added, "Whoever did this, whether it's Brian or someone else, needs to pay for what they did. She didn't deserve to die that way. If Brian strangled her, I hope he burns in hell," said Ben Matula, who was friends with the couple. "That's all I have to say." Also, after the coroner's announcement, Laundrie's lawyer, Stephen Bertolino, referred to Petito's death at such a young age as a tragedy. Petito's mom, Nicole Schmidt, responded to Bertolino's statement in a text to WFLA, saying, "His words are garbage, keep talking." On October 21, 2021, the FBI confirmed that partial human remains found a day before in Myakahatchee Creek Environmental Park belonged to Laundrie. Authorities located Laundrie's remains next to a backpack and a notebook. That same area had been searched weeks before, but it had been underwater due to changes in the swampy terrain, and Laundrie was not found during the initial search. On the morning his remains were found, Laundrie's parents had searched the park along with authorities, finding a white bag and another unspecified item. The Laundrie family attorney, Steve Bertolino, told Fox News Digital. Laundrie's parents said they last saw Laundrie on September 13, when he left their home to go for a hike in the park. Bertolino, the Laundrie family lawyer, told People that Brian was upset when he left the Laundrie home for the last time on September 13, saying that he was not able to be persuaded not to leave the house. Bertolino said he has been friends with Laundrie's parents for over 25 years, adding that the couple was grieving. "Getting the news that your child is no longer with you is sad, under any circumstances," Bertolino said. "The fact that the Laundries have been subjected to these people out in front of their house the last 4 weeks, and they continue out there today, makes it all the more difficult." The discovery of Laundrie's body ended a 32-day search involving multiple law enforcement agencies. Days after Laundrie's remains were found, Bertolino, the Laundrie family attorney, told People that his remains will be cremated and there will be no funeral service. Bertolino also said Laundrie's autopsy had been inconclusive, saying that no manner or cause of death was determined, and the remains were sent to an anthropologist for further evaluation. Bertolino also told People the FBI had informed him they have everything they need from the family with respect for their investigation into Petito's killing. Laundrie died from a gunshot wound to the head, family attorney Stephen Bertolino announced in 2021. His death was ruled as suicide. The news came nearly 5 weeks after partial human remains of the 23-year-old fugitive were discovered in Myakahatchee Creek Environmental Park, near Laundrie's last known location. Chris and Roberta are still mourning the loss of their son and are hopeful that these findings bring closure to both families, Bertolino told People in a statement. In February, People obtained Laundrie's full autopsy results, a 47-page document that included an anthropologist's findings, a toxicology report, and a detailed list of what was discovered in Myakahatchee. On January 21, 2022, the FBI revealed that a notebook found near Laundrie's remains included a written confession taking responsibility for his fiancée's death. All logical investigative steps have been concluded in this case, FBI Denver Division Special Agent in charge Michael Schneider said in a statement. The investigation did not identify any other individuals other than Brian Laundrie directly involved in the tragic death of Gabby Petito, with authorities naming Laundrie the sole person connected to Petito's death. The months-long case that captivated the nation came to a close. Gabby's parents, Joseph Petito and Nicole Schmidt, filed a lawsuit in March 2022 seeking more than $30,000 in damages for the mental anguish they suffered due to the alleged deceit of the Laundries. The March filing also alleges that Christopher and Roberta helped Brian conceal Gabby's murder and were making plans for him to flee the country. The suit also alleges that instead of helping Joseph and Nicole locate their daughter, the Laundrie parents went on vacation with Brian and ignored pleas for help from Gabby's family, and that Roberta blocked Nicole's phone number and Facebook profile last September to avoid contact as Nicole saw answers about what happened to Gabby. Christopher Laundrie and Roberta Laundrie exhibited extreme and outrageous conduct, which constitutes behavior under the circumstances, which goes beyond all possible bounds of decency and is regarded as shocking, atrocious, and utterly intolerable in a civilized community. The filing, which was obtained by People, reads, in June 2022, the attorney for Brian Laundrie's family released a notebook found near Brian's body in which Laundrie admits killing Petito. I ended her life, wrote Laundrie in the notebook, which was found in October 2021 after his death by suicide. I thought it was merciful, that it is what she wanted, but I see now all the mistakes I made, Laundrie wrote. I panicked. I was in shock, but from the moment I decided to take away her pain, I knew I couldn't go on without her. In the notebook, which was provided to People by attorney Stephen Bertolino, Laundrie referred to Petito's death as an unexpected tragedy. He claimed Petito was injured while the couple rushed back to their car before it got too dark to see and tried to cross a stream. Laundrie claimed Petito had a small bump on her forehead that eventually got larger, as well as other injuries, and that she was begging for an end to her pain. A lawyer for the Petito family, Patrick Riley, told People that Laundrie's assertion that the killing was merciful and stemmed from a tragic accident is nonsense. On June 30th, 2022, a Florida Circuit Court judge denied a motion from the Laundrie family to dismiss the civil lawsuit filed by Gabby's family. The lawsuit alleges that Christopher and Roberta Laundrie knew the whereabouts of Gabby's body when authorities were pouring resources into a massive missing persons investigation. The Laundrie family sought to dismiss the case, saying that they were not obligated to disclose any information they knew about their son or Gabby. Judge Hunter Carroll agreed that the Laundrie family was not required to speak about the case, but said the other actions they are accused of by the Petitos, including their public statement in which they said they hoped Gabby was found alive, even while they allegedly knew she was dead, were particularly callous and cruel.